Part 4. Fantasy. After thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 31. The ultimate imperial weapon, the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. Feel the boundless killing power of the Emperor. With Daoyi Holy Land as the center, all living things for billions of miles around are dead and silent. Countless eyes, solemn and dignified, look at Genjin in the shadow of the sky-shaking sword. Sword. The Supreme Emperor's arms. It is the derivative of the great path of the enlightened person, and it is the embodiment of the ancient emperor's combat power. It can be said that as long as the ultimate emperor's arms are completely awakened, even if the ancient emperor comes in person, he can fight against one or two. By this shows how powerful the Jidao emperor's soldiers are in killing them. A third-level quasi-emperor sacrificed a supreme emperor weapon to deal with a great saint. When the deathly silence was shocking, the scene in front of them also made countless ancient giants, some of them didn't know what to say. When did the realm of the great sage require a quasi-emperor giant to sacrifice the Jidao emperor's soldiers to suppress this? Holy Sun Dei is really ridiculously powerful. The ancient supreme, the imperial soldier of the White Tiger Evil Emperor. In the Dei Holy Land. Zhang Taishu's expression was as solemn as water. He knew the origin of the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. It was the imperial weapon obtained by the Evil Tiger clan from the ancient ruins in the ancient Supreme Emperor War. That White Tiger, the owner of the Gengold Evil Sword, is a supreme being from all ancient tribes. Because the Evil Tiger clan also has the blood of the Tiger clan. That's why the White Tiger Gengold Evil Sword will be sacrificed and controlled by this tribe. Immediately, Zhang Taishu sent word that he wanted Qin Hao to control the Jotian Star Formation. Although the killing power of the Jotian Star Formation is not as good as that of the Jidao Emperor soldiers, it can definitely be put to great use with Qin Hao's cultivation level. Now, one of the two quasi-emperors who came to kill has been suppressed. There is no need to worry about the safety of the Holy Land. Qin Hao can completely control the Jotian Star Formation for his own use and increase his combat power. After traveling thousands of miles, I was sent a piece of Jidao Emperor armament. I would not accept this great gift. Qin Hao, who was completely blocked by the Evil Tiger quasi-emperor with the murderous intent of the Supreme Emperor's soldiers, did not control the divine formation. In fact, there was a bright color in his eyes. It seemed that he was a little happy. Can you still be so calm against the Supreme Dao Emperor's soldiers? Qin Hao's inexplicable words made the Evil Tiger quasi-emperor move his eyebrows slightly. Because he could see it. Qin Hao's calmness was not pretending to be indifferent. Only with a strong trump card can one be so confident. But in Dei Holy Land, the three great Emperor Dao soldiers were all brought into the battlefield of Emperor Pass by Holy Lord Dei. In Dei Holy Land now, only the Jotian Star Formation should be able to barely resist the Emperor Dao soldiers. Qin, where does Hao's confidence come from? Kill. Of course. Although he was a little surprised, the Evil Tiger quasi-emperor did not hold back at all in his killing attack. At the moment when the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword was unsealed, the Evil Tiger quasi-emperor pressed the sword seal with his hand and pointed his finger in the air at Qin Hao. Qi La. I saw that the White Tiger Gengold Evil Sword trembled slightly, and countless Gengold sword patterns flashed. The next moment, a bright sword rainbow, as fast as lightning, slashed towards Qin Hao. That speed was so fast that even those unparalleled giants, it was difficult to see clearly. But before the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword could really strike, a destructive sword energy rushed in like a tsunami. Immediately, with Qin Hao as the center, hundreds of feet of void were filled with dark cracks. There was turbulence raging. It seemed that the sky had turned into a rag and was in pieces. Zhang Taishu and other people in Dei Holy Land couldn't help but hold their breath, and their hearts seemed to jump out. Just the sword energy tore, it has the power of such a destructive sword. If the White Tiger Genjin evil sword really strikes, what kind of world-destroying killing will it have? Is Qin Hao serious? Can he withstand the suppression of the Jidao Emperor's soldiers? Just when everyone was concentrating and wanted to know how Qin Hao would fight, 4 killing swords suddenly roared through the air with a torrential bloody light. Indistinctly, there was a sure battlefield with mountains of corpses and blood like the sea. A vision emerged. Bang! Before everyone could see it clearly, they heard the crisp sound of slashing. The fire exploded. The White Tiger Genjin evil sword that exploded with boundless killing sword energy and blocked Qin Hao was directly struck. Knocked away. Immediately afterwards, there was a vast and boundless law of the road. From where the fire exploded, it was like a rolling torrent sweeping across, and the sky was shattered inch by inch. How come? The evil tiger quasi-emperor was holding the sword hand with his hand and had a ferocious smile on his face. His eyes were fierce and bulging in disbelief. With that look on his face, he seemed to be seeing a ghost or the king of Yama, and his whole body froze in place. The ultimate, the emperor's soldiers. The powerful giant of the 5 domains in the far distance was also stunned, his eyes frozen. At this time, Qin Hao, whose white clothes were stained with snow and surrounded by chaotic fairy light, had 4 killing swords floating around him. Each killing sword, the swords are all stained with blood, exuding eternal immortal energy, just like immortal blood. Under Qin Hao's feet, a formation made of immortal materials is engraved with ancient Dao marks, which are consistent with the 4 swords. For when the sword returns to its position, a peerless killing formation is formed. Such boundless murderous intent will make even the ancient supreme being come in person, make the heart palpitate and tremble. 4 killing swords turned into a sword array. Could that be the 4 swords of killing immortals? Soon, shocking exclamations resounded. An unparalleled giant recognized Qin Hao's body, the 4 killing swords and the sword formation formed by the formation diagram. No way. Isn't it rumored that those godless soldiers disappeared as early as time immemorial? One stone stirred up 1,000 waves. Countless giants in the 5 domains were all horrified and moved, unable to calm down. The immortal killing sword formation. That was the supreme killing formation constructed by a generation of invincible supreme beings in the mythical age. No matter how ancient books it was against the descriptions of the Xuxian sword formation are full of mountains of corpses and seas of blood. The murderous aura is overwhelming. It is a truly invincible killing formation. There are even rumors that the Xuxian sword formation has killed real immortals. The 4 swords are stained with the blood that lasts forever, is the blood of the true immortal. That's why the theory of killing immortals came about. No matter whether it was the evil tiger quasi-emperor or the powerful man from the 5 realms, no one could guess that. Qin Hao was so calm. The trump card is that he actually got the 4 swords of Xuxian. No, it should be said that Qin Hao got the inheritance of the invincible supreme. It is said that if you want to build the Xuxian sword formation, you not only need the 4 swords of Xuxian and the Xuxian formation diagram, but also it takes one of the 9 supreme secrets to construct such an immortal killing formation. If one can understand the most complicated immortal patterns and Dao marks in the immortal killing sword formation, even without the cultivation level of a great emperor, one can. But the ancient emperor and the ancient supreme emperor both died in bloodshed. At this moment, the evil tiger quasi-emperor was a little panicked. Originally, he thought that using the White Tiger Genjin evil sword and the power of the extremely powerful imperial army, he could definitely suppress the Qin dynasty Hao. This was also the reason why he had no fear of Qin Hao before, even if he saw Qin Hao leaping across realms to kill quasi-emperor realms. But now, the situation is different. Qin Hao is actually famous in the mythical era and is capable of killing immortals, the 4 swords of Xuxian. This was something he never expected. You must know that Qin Hao himself has the combat power to kill the quasi-emperor. If he could fully understand the immortal marks of the Xuxian sword formation, then he would probably, it's dangerous. Even though he has the Ji-Dao Emperor armament in his hand, there is a gap between the Ji-Dao Emperor armaments. The most important thing is that he can only use the blood in his body to barely activate the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword. On the other hand, Qin Hao, seeing how he summoned the four swords of Zhu Xian so freely just now, you know that his control of the four swords of Zhu Xian has definitely reached an extremely proficient level. The four swords of the immortal killing arrow were so eclipsed. If they were exchanged for the four swords of the immortal killing era, wouldn't they be frightened to death? Looking at the quasi-emperor evil tiger with panic in his eyes, Qin Hao was a little amused. These four killing swords were exchanged from the 7th floor of the immortal pagoda. They were obtained by the ancient heavenly lord who created the secret of the combination of words in the mythical era. Creation. But on the 9th floor of the immortal tower, there is a higher level of the four swords of the immortal killer. Only those four immortal swords can be deployed into the immortal killer sword formation, which is known as the first killing formation in the world. Killing the immortal is powerful, slaying the immortal is dead, trapping the immortal glows red everywhere. The changes of the immortals are endless and wonderful, and the clothes of the great gods are stained with blood. This is the description of the four immortal killing swords on the 9th floor of the immortal pagoda. It is also one of the supreme treasures that Qin Hao has been thinking about and wants to redeem. Unfortunately, when Qin Hao opened the 9th floor of the immortal pagoda, his anger the luck value has bottomed out. In addition to redeeming the 9 revolutions mysterious art and Pangu's immortal body, you can take a look at other treasures. Fantasy. After thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 32. Cut. Of course. Although it's a bit funny. But Qin Hao didn't give the evil tiger quasi-emperor much time to react. As the ancient formation chart trembled slightly, there was a destructive sword intent, roaring up. A bright dazzling fairy light, flashed in the void. The evil tiger quasi-emperor felt a chill all over his body. Without thinking, he immediately used the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword with all his strength. The destruction and killing blow emitted by the immortal killing formation made him feel unprecedented terror. There is no doubt. The current Qin Hao does have terrifying combat power that is enough to kill him. Bang! The next moment, fire explodes out of thin air. The violent and destructive law of the Great Road sweeps across the world wantonly. It is the White Tiger Zhengjin. The evil sword, with the ancient Zhengjin Dao pattern emerging, slashed across the air, blocking the immortal Zuxing formation. The two great Dao Emperor soldiers attacked again, making the already broken sky even more turbulent and collapsed. The Dao Yi who was the closest the Holy Land was even more exposed to the impact of destruction. Even with the protection of the Jotian star array, countless palaces collapsed and turned into ruins. Zhang Taishu and others finally understood why Qin Hao did not control the Jotian star array. With that, when the world-destroying collision collides, if there is no protection from the Jotian star formation, Dai Holy Land will be in danger. Chichichi. The Zuxian formation and the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword are both swordsmanship emperors known for their killing power. At this time, the two of them, attacking wildly in the void, cutting off the sky above and shattering reincarnation below. The collision of the laws of the emperors vaguely revealed shocking phenomena such as the falling of the avenue and the death of all beings. At a glance, they looked like two ancient emperors. Wake up in this life and attack the law. Even a wisp of destructive sword energy is enough to kill the great sage. Even if the quasi-emperor giant is involved, I am afraid that he will escape death. Roar. Indistinctly, there was a thundering roar of a tiger that shook the heavens and the earth. It sounded at this moment. On the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword, among countless Zhengjin sword energy condensed, there was an ancient divine tiger manifested. That divine tiger, big like a mountain, surrounded by the laws of the emperor, it seems that an extremely ancient supreme being has come to the world. It has an extremely ancient aura that exudes and suppresses all spirits in the world. White Tiger Evil Emperor. Is this the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword completely awakening? This scene caused countless exclamations of horror. It can be clearly seen that after the divine shadow of the White Tiger Evil Emperor appeared, the killing power of the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword was obviously improved by several a level. There was a hint of paleness on the face of the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor, and he slowly breathed a sigh of relief. Although it consumes a lot of blood essence, it is not a loss if it can completely awaken the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. Such a come on, who will live and who will die is still a matter of debate. When Qin Hao saw this, he was not only unafraid, but his eyes lit up even more. It seems that the imperial power contained in this White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword is far greater. Beyond his expectation. Sleepy. Immediately, Qin Hao's mind moved. In the immortal killing formation, mysterious immortal patterns and Dao marks also appeared, imprinted on the four killing swords. Vaguely, a towering figure with the blue sky on his head and the earth on his feet appeared in the sword formation. That is. No way. The god of heaven from the age of mythology. Countless giants who were originally exclaiming that the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword was completely unsealed were shocked again. The majestic figure seemed to have come from the mythical era, ruling the 9 heavens and dominating the 10,000 realms. Four killing swords on, the immortal light flashed, Dao marks emerged, and endless murderous intent was derived. The White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword, which doubled its killing power, was immediately suppressed and trapped by the immortal killing formation. What happened? Just suppress it? Could it be that Dai Saint's son didn't want to surrender the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword, right? Those giants with advanced cultivation can all see that the killing power of the Zuxian formation is far greater than that of the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. However, in the Zuxian formation, the four sword lights block all directions, only suppressing and blocking the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. Although it sounds extremely incredible, the appearance of the immortal killing formation indeed looks like it is trying to suppress and surrender the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. Kill. At this time, the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor also saw Qin Hao's intention. This caused a biting cold murderous intention to emerge in his tiger eyes, and the supreme law was rioting. I saw the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor directly manifested. The ferocious tiger emerged from the body and turned into a ferocious tiger as big as a mountain. After that, the void exploded. The ferocious tiger used the boundless evil energy to evolve the life and death technique and attack Qin Hao's body. Now, the only way to get out of the predicament is to kill Qin Hao. As long as Qin Hao dies, the Zuxian formation will naturally be unable to suppress the White Tiger Genjin Evil Sword. By then, he will not only be able to get out of the crisis, but also have the possibility of obtaining the ultimate emperor's weapon of the mythical god. Of course. The evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor also knew that Qin Hao was not that easy to deal with. Therefore, he took advantage of the fierce confrontation between the two extremely powerful emperor soldiers to kill Qin Hao with all his strength. Just in time. The evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor wants to kill Qin Hao. Why doesn't Qin Hao not want to destroy him? There is no reason for him to let go of the Quasi-Emperor's essence and blood that is delivered to his door. Phew. There are immeasurable yin and yang, emerging behind Qin Hao, covering the sky. The sun was blocked, and endless wind and clouds swept across. Qin Hao, who stepped out, directly transformed into the ancient Kunpeng, attacking with supreme killing power. It was one of the 10 ancient evils, the Kunpeng treasure. Same as before, fighting against the Tianpeng ancestor times are different. Now, Qin Hao is no longer simple, attacking and killing with the divine power of Pangu's immortal body. As the chaotic fairy light shines, the laws of the Holy Way continue to evolve, amplifying his monstrous killing. Boom! In an instant. That manifestation, the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor in his true form collided violently with Qin Hao, who had transformed into Kunpeng. Although the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor relied on the supreme law, it was enough to suppress Qin Hao's holy law. But he set foot in the taboo realm and used the 10 evil treasures. Qin Hao, who took action, was not at a disadvantage. The two launched a world-destroying killing spree. Every move was extremely deadly and could make people's souls fly away. In a short time, Qin Hao and the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor, many terrifying scars appeared on both of them. In the void, there were holy blood and Emperor's blood scattered, exuding immortal life breath, crushing the sky. But both of them were equipped with holy healing methods. As long as they were not killed instantly, they would not be killed instantly. Serious injuries can heal quickly. Happy. Take my move. The Thunder Emperor destroys the world. There was another fierce blow, and the flesh and blood all over his body exploded, but after healing instantly, Qin Hao looked up to the sky and laughed. Before he finished speaking, Qin Hao transformed into a thunder god, controlled the world-destroying thunder punishment, and struck down hard. White Tiger Sacrifice Technique. The evil tiger Quasi-Emperor roared, displaying a true life-saving secret skill, and sacrificing his own essence and blood again. Previously, in order to awaken the White Tiger Genjin evil sword, the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor consumed a lot of blood essence and blood. Now, in order to increase his killing power, and he sacrificed his life essence and blood again. The price paid was not small. Today, even if he could survive this killing disaster, his vitality would be severely damaged, and it would take thousands of years to barely recover. Roar. From now on. As the roar of the sky-shaking tiger resounded, a divine talisman with the word emitting a mysterious aura rose from the center of the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor's eyebrows. The world-destroying thunder punishment that crashed down was caused by that king character talisman offsets. Even if he steps into the taboo realm, can physically fight against the Quasi-Emperor, and controls 10 evil treasures, what will happen? If I don't reach the Quasi-Emperor level for a day, no matter how many methods I use, they can't do anything to me. Don't think that I am comparable to that trash from the Tianpeng clan. The evil tiger Quasi-Emperor roared, a pair of tiger eyes, as red as blood, glowing with violent and bloodthirsty light. At this moment, the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor was obviously in a state of rage, exuding boundless violence. He seemed to have lost his calmness and no longer cared about himself. The consequences will be to kill Qin Hao to the death. You are indeed stronger than that Tianpeng, but your strength is limited. Get on the road. When the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor roared, Qin Hao, who was surrounded by thunder at the speed of Kunpeng, used the Dozi secret, evolved a supreme fairy sword, and rushed to the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor in an instant. It was vaguely visible, on the hilt of the fairy sword, there were 2 ancient characters that appeared in a condensed form. Zhu Xian. Scroll. After that, a brilliant sword light as dazzling as the sun swept away from Qin Hao's hand. At this moment, heaven and earth they all seemed to be cut into 2. Endless Taoist methods exploded, and thousands of laws were annihilated. Such a shocking scene was like the arrival of the end of death. Click. After the bright sword slashed, an explosion of flesh and blood followed. There was a sound. But it was the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor who was running wild and wanted to kill Qin Hao. A sword mark appeared between his eyebrows. Pure emperor blood spread out from the sword mark. The evil tiger Quasi-Emperor's Xiantai Dao, the foundation, was cut apart by a sword. It was one of the 3 ancient sword techniques, the immortal destroying sword technique. With one sword, the foundation of the Dao was shattered. At this point, this evil tiger Quasi-Emperor, who was famous among the Nanling demon clan, also it was death. In one day, 2 Quasi-Emperors shed blood. Such shocking things rarely happened except in the turbulent ancient times. What is even more shocking is that they were killed in one battle. The person who respects the giant Quasi-Emperor is still a great saint at the pinnacle level. This moment, the world is silent. Silence in all directions. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 33. The evil tiger quasi-emperor, also died. In that deathly silence, the first person to react was Demon Tyrant. He had been stunned and shocked ever since Tianpeng ancestor was punched by Qin Hao. When he saw the sword mark between his eyebrows, Xiantai said the evil tiger quasi-emperor who had been beheaded suddenly woke up. Looking at Qin Hao, who was stained with the emperor's blood, standing with a sword, and his murderous aura rising into the sky, Yao Baxian's eyes were filled with disbelief and intense emotion. Awe, yearning, and worship. With the supreme cultivation level of the great sage, he jumped across the realm to kill two quasi-emperors. Such unparalleled combat power, looking at the history of Xianhuang realm, I am afraid that only Qin Hao can achieve it. This sun. On the top of that extremely distant mountain, the war dragon quasi-emperor, dressed in divine robes and surrounded by dragon aura, narrowed his eyes slightly. The look in his eyes was quite complicated. There was shock, horror, and fear, but more importantly, it was still the bone-chilling murderous intent. Zhanlong quasi-emperor has been practicing for 7 or 8,000 years. In these long years, he has seen countless geniuses and evildoers. Some people have even set foot in the quasi-emperor realm and caught up with him. But Zhanlong quasi-emperor has never had such a strong fear and murderous intention towards anyone. The murderous intention was so strong that it was difficult for him to control his own supreme law. Even at the beginning, the arrogant Daoyi Holy Lord who looked at the 5 realms was far inferior to Qin Hao. With Qin Hao's qualifications, I'm afraid he can really break the shackles of heaven and earth and realize the way of godlessness in this life. In addition to the Zhanlong quasi-emperor, the giants of ancient forces such as Chunyang Divine Sect, Tianming Holy Land, and 10,000 Swords Divine Court also had such a strong premonition. Suddenly, they vaguely saw that a supreme emperor destined to be famous all over the world in the future was rising. If he couldn't suppress Qin Hao at this moment, after that, no one may be able to suppress it anymore. At this time, Qin Hao, who used the art of Qinqin in his sleeves to seal the body of the evil tiger quasi-emperor, raised his eyelids slightly. Those calm and indifferent eyes, without any fluctuation, looked into the distant void. Zhanlong Quan Emperor and others were all slightly moved. They were so far apart and covered with secret techniques, but Qin Hao actually sensed them one by one. Moreover, looking at Qin Hao's demeanor, he seemed not afraid at all to fight again. This made the giants such as Zhanlong Zundi even more horrified. Could it be that Qin Hao has other powerful trump cards hidden in his body? It seems that no one dares to take action. Qin Hao, who used the secret of Do to develop the great desolate immortal sword, withdrew his gaze. Although he was seriously injured in the previous battle, it did not damage his origin. Now, if he really has the quasi-emperor realm, he is considered weak. Want to take advantage of the opportunity to take action. Then Qin Hao will give them a big surprise. Unfortunately, those quasi-emperor giants are too cautious. It is obvious that they are more or less afraid of him and have murderous intentions, but they all suppress it. No one took action. After that, Qin Hao turned his head and looked at the white tiger Zhengjin evil sword trapped in the Zuxian formation. That Ji-Dao emperor weapon obviously noticed the death of the evil tiger quasi-emperor. Only the sword body was visible. Mysterious ancient patterns appeared, and it turned out to be a change from the previous crazy attack, and he was trying to escape. Suppression. After much difficulty, he set up the immortal killing formation to imprison him. How could Qin Hao let it escape? Phew. As a dazzling 9-color fairy light broke through the sky, a mysterious 9-story fairy tower fell from the sky. Everyone still before he could react, the white tiger Zhengjin evil sword was directly taken away by the seal of the immortal pagoda. What was that just now? A. 9-color ancient pagoda. Does the Holy Son of Dei have a second Jideo imperial weapon? No, there seems to be an immortal pattern emerging on that ancient tower. Could it be immortal weapon? It shouldn't be possible. Indeed, even the ancient emperors, no one can activate the immortal weapon, let alone the great saint realm. It should be an extremely powerful sealed emperor weapon, and its power may not be comparable to the immortal killing formation. Not only is there the Xuxian formation that is said to have killed immortals in the mythical age, but is there also a sealed treasure that can suppress the Jideo Emperor's soldiers. After a brief silence, there was a shocking noise that resounded and shook the sky. Although the 9-story fairy tower only appeared for a moment, the shock it caused was not the same as when Qin Hao killed the 2 quasi-emperors of the Nanling monster clan. Next. You must know that the White Tiger Gengjin evil sword has been completely awakened. With such an unparalleled killing blow, even if the Xuxian formation can suppress it, it will be difficult to completely ban it in a short time. But the 9-story immortal tower, but in an instant, the seal of the White Tiger Gengjin evil sword was taken away. From this, it can be seen that the 9-story fairy tower contains such shocking and supreme power. At that time, people doubted whether Qin Hao had mastered the ancient it's an immortal weapon. This has made those ancient giants fearful and frightened. The Holy Son of Dei really has countless trump cards, emerging one after another. If there were quasi-emperor giants just now, bringing the emperor's soldiers to kill, I'm afraid they will be killed. The losses were heavy. Whoops! Qin Hao, who had sealed the White Tiger Gengjin evil sword with the 9-story immortal tower, flashed back to the Holy Land. Today's battle brought him a lot of gains. Not only did he get the essence and blood of 2 quasi-emperors, and even got a Jideo emperor weapon. In this way, the foundation of the Holy Land will be greatly strengthened. The immortal tower's luck value will also definitely increase dramatically. Of course, what Qin Hao really cares about is he is about to hit the quasi-emperor realm. Now that everything is ready, he no longer needs to wait. When he sets foot in the quasi-emperor realm, let alone the middle stage quasi-emperor, or even the giants in the late quasi-emperor, there won't be many giants to be afraid of. See you. When Qin Hao returns safely, Zhang Taishu, Zhou Yang, Qin Fengxiu and others all breathed a sigh of relief. Since Qin Hao came out of seclusion, he has vaguely replaced Holy Lord Daoyi and become the belief of the people in their holy land. Today the battle in the battle only strengthened this idea. As long as Qin Hao is here, no matter how dangerous it is, they have the confidence to fight against it and are fearless. And as Qin Hao returned to Dei Holy Land, countless 5 people gathered there. The strong men in the domain left one after another. The result of this shocking battle was that it swept through the Xianhuang 5 domains at the speed of a tornado. At this moment, the 5 domains were silent. Even the peerless giants as powerful as the Zhantian human emperor were. It was so shameful. First, he used his physical body and divine power to defeat the Tianpeng ancestor with his bare hands, and then used the supreme level of the great sage to activate the invincible killing technique, slaying the evil tiger quasi-emperor Daiji with his sword, and even the immortal killing formation created by the mythical god. As well as the mysterious 9-color immortal tower, the instant seal of the supreme Dao emperor soldier, no matter which piece of information they are, it is enough to shock and move people. But Qin Hao has gathered them all into one body. Such terrifying qualifications, it's so shocking. If you grow up smoothly, you will definitely be able to break through the shackles of heaven and earth and step into the level of the Supreme Emperor. Therefore, when the forces of the 5 domains are shaking, there are also amazing undercurrents surging, containing the murderous intention of destruction. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 34. Zhongzhou, Zhantian Divine Court. Dragon energy is steaming like a temple where thousands of dragons are worshipping. After returning from the eastern wasteland, Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor was silent. But ferocious murderous intent appeared in his eyes from time to time, and the void faintly collapsed. The unparalleled killing power of the Quasi-Emperor realm makes all the creatures in the War Sky Divine Court feel terrified. No news has been sent back from the Emperor yet. After a long time, Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor spoke. His voice was like a loud bell, shaking the void thousands of miles away. In the Dragon Palace, the Emperor's imperial edict was not received. A powerful man from the Great Saint realm appeared and replied respectfully. With the Emperor's cultivation level, he should have arrived at the Imperial Pass battlefield long ago, but now there is no news back. Could it be that? The War Dragon Quasi-Emperor raised his eyebrows slightly. After seeing Qin Hao, the holy son of Dao Yi, killing the Quasi-Emperor with great force, Zhanlong Quan Emperor rushed back immediately. He wanted to propose to the Zhantian human emperor to suppress Dao Yi holy son and destroy Dao Yi holy land. But at this time, they learned that the Zhantian human emperor had already left in person and went to the Imperial Pass battlefield. Obviously, when the two Quasi-Emperors from Nanling came to Dai Yi Holy Land and the sites of the 5 domains gathered in the eastern wasteland, new movements appeared on the battlefield at Daiguan. If the Emperor Zhantian is willing to commit suicide in person, then only the life and death of Holy Lord Dao Yi will be at stake. This also gave Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor a bad premonition. Is it possible that the Holy Master Dai Yi really survived the alien army? Earlier, news came from the Crown Prince's palace that His Highness the Crown Prince had successfully broken through and entered the Great Sage realm. Hearing this news, the solemn-looking War Dragon Quasi-Emperor showed a hint of joy on his brows. Although the Divine Court was fully assisting him, it only took him 1,000 years to set foot in the realm of the Great Sage. It can be seen that his nephew really has the power of a true dragon. His posture will definitely become famous in the 5 realms of Xianhuang in the future. But when he thought about it, Qin Hao's figure emerged involuntarily. His nephew, who has been a great sage for thousands of years, can be praised as the posture of a true dragon. But that saint son of Dao Yi, but nearly 1,000 years have been enough to kill the Quasi-Emperor. In contrast to the two, the joy on Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor's face slowly faded away. But after His Highness the Crown Prince learned the news about the eastern wasteland, he went to the ancient battlefield alone. Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor was slightly startled, and then he understood. Just like the Zhantian human emperor, he had always wanted to set foot in the imperial realm and suppress Dao Yi Holy Master severely. His nephew with unparalleled qualifications has been defeated by Qin Hao 1,000 years ago. And have been practicing hard. The purpose is naturally to one day be able to suppress Qin Hao with my own hands and avenge the shame. Now that I know the news about Dong Huang, I am afraid it will be a big blow. Otherwise, I would not go to the ancient battlefield alone. Experience. Where is the ancient battlefield? It was a corner of the battlefield in the past, the Supreme Emperor's War. It was full of dangers. Even Quasi-Emperor giants died in the ancient battlefield. His Royal Highness the Prince also said that no one in the Divine Court is allowed to take action against Holy Son Dai Yi. Secretly glancing at Zhanlong, the Quasi-Emperor, the great saint reported cautiously. But he knew that Zhanlong's previous shocking murderous intentions were all heading towards Dai Yi Holy Land. This sentence, if His Highness hadn't left him, he wouldn't have dared to say anything even if he was beaten to death. In fact, in the Divine Court, apart from the human emperor, only the prince dared to leave such a message to the King of War. Until now, does he still regard Dai Yi Saint's son as his opponent? Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor couldn't help but frown after hearing this. It's a good thing to have confidence and fighting spirit. But sometimes, it also depends on who the opponent is. To be honest, even Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor doesn't think that his nephew can catch up with Holy Son Dao Yi. The gap between Prince Zhantian and Holy Son Dao Yi is not as simple as the 9th level of the Great Sage. Even if his nephew has reached the pinnacle of the Great Sage, it is absolutely impossible to defeat him in adversity. Quasi-Emperor Realm. That holy son of Dei truly has the qualifications of an emperor and cannot be treated as a worldly genius. It's better to wait for the news from the emperor brother first. After pondering for a long time, the murderous intent in Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor's eyes slowly dissipated. For them, the biggest problem now is the life and death of Holy Master Dao Yi. As for Qin Hao, although the threat is great, but that means the future potential, at the moment, does not endanger them. Of course, although Zhanlong Quasi-Emperor gave up his plan to personally attack Dao Yi Holy Land, he did not ignore Dao Yi Holy Land because of this. Their divine court did not take action. Does not mean that other forces can continue to tolerate the growth of Dao Yi Holy Land. So far, the three major forces are most likely to take action. Nanling Monster Clan, Chunyang God Sect, Dian Holy Land. Nanling Monster Clan has just lost two Quasi-Emperor, it can be said that his muscles and bones are broken. There are rumors that the Chunyang Divine Sect in the Northern Territory may be involved in the plan to frame the Dao Yi Holy Land. As for the Dian Holy Land in the Eastern Wasteland, it once attacked the Dao Yi Holy Land, the most ferocious force of the Eastern Wasteland. Although the resources plundered by Dian Holy Land are far less than those of Daogu Holy Land. However, due to past grievances, several great saints and giants from Dao Yi Holy Land died tragically at the hands of Dian Holy Land. Now, Dao Yi Holy Land with the Holy Sun rising so powerfully, can those major forces still be able to sit still? Donghuang, Tao Yi Holy Land. In the immortal ancient Forbidden Land. An ancient fairy tower, suspended between heaven and earth. There are countless nine-color fairy lights, which are constantly scattered and evolved into a mysterious order. Under the nine-story fairy tower, Qin Hao sat cross-legged in the air. His eyes were slightly closed, and he squeezed the ancient seal with his hand. Chaos fairy light shone all over his body, as if an ancient god was born. 3 days have passed since that shocking battle. After the war, Qin Hao entered the immortal ancient Forbidden Land. As for the turmoil of external forces, Qin Hao didn't pay much attention. Two Quasi-Emperors had just died bloody deaths. Without finding out his details, I thought that in a short period of time, no more powerful people would dare to attack rashly. Therefore, Qin Hao planned to take advantage of this gap and directly set foot in the Quasi-Emperor realm. Boom! After sitting cross-legged and adjusting for 5 days and 5 nights, Qin Hao's body and spirit reached their peak state, with billions of rays of purple light blooming all over his body. Behind Qin Hao, a world of chaos emerged. A billion-foot-tall immortal shadow could be vaguely seen, holding a giant axe of chaos, manifesting itself. It is Pangu Divine Shadow. Buzz. The 9-story fairy tower suspended above it also trembled slightly. The scattered 9-color fairy light becomes clearer and clearer, and even mysterious fairy patterns can be seen. It's now. Qin Hao's eyes suddenly opened, and his eyes were like a fairy sword piercing the sky, tearing apart the world. After that, drops of Quasi-Emperor's essence and blood continued to float out and merged into the immortal platform between Qin Hao's eyebrows. There were 10 drops of Quasi-Emperor's essence and blood in total. These are all extracted from the body of the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor. It has a majestic life force. As for the essence and blood of Tianpeng ancestor, Qin Hao is not ready to use it yet. If nothing else, the essence and blood of the evil tiger Quasi-Emperor will be enough. Let him lay the supreme foundation. Congeal. After that, Qin Hao drank in a low voice and activated the secret method of the 9 transformations mysterious art. Immediately, a vague purple mark appeared on the immortal platform between Qin Hao's eyebrows. When those purple marks appeared, the 9-color fairy light of the 9-story immortal tower appeared. It is a perfect fusion with the chaotic fairy light on his body. There are strands of Hongmeng purple qi, so it was born and surrounded Qin Hao. After the Hongmeng purple was formed, it gradually blended into Qin Hao's eyebrows. In that purple mark, you can vaguely feel that in that purple mark, there is the aura of the supreme law gestating. The law of Hongmeng purple Qi transformation. This is Qin Hao, who wants to use the essence and blood of the quasi-emperor to build an infinite, the reason for going to Deiji. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 35. Tisk tisk tisk. As those Hongmeng purple energy blended in more and more, the originally vague Hongmeng mark became increasingly clear. An increasingly powerful supreme law swept away from the Hongmeng mark. In addition, there were wisps of Hongmeng purple light, which seemed to be summoned, falling from the sky and scattered on Qin Hao. Boom! At this moment, outside the immortal ancient forbidden land, over Deyi Holy Land, thunder exploded out of thin air. Since then, mysterious and shocking visions have continued to appear in the sky. There are real dragons descending from the sky, immortal phoenixes coming to congratulate you, unicorns dancing in the sky, purple energy coming from the east, and immortal spirits appearing. What is that? Isn't this the supreme vision that occurred thousands of years ago when the immortal ancient forbidden land was born? No, it seems even more amazing than that time 1,000 years ago. Everyone in Deyi Holy Land was alarmed at this moment, and countless monks looked in shock. Only Chen Shanyu and other elders of the powerful realm vaguely remembered the vision of that year. Senior brother, was it successful? The figure flashed, and Qin Fengxiu appeared in the void. He looked up, and his eyes were as bright as stars. Those elders of the Holy Land and the Power Realm only knew that it was a vision that appeared in the immortal ancient forbidden land. But Qin Fengxiu knew that Qin Hao had already entering the immortal ancient forbidden land. He is retreating to attack the quasi-emperor realm. Now that such a shocking phenomenon occurs, it is obviously Qin Hao's side who has successfully broken through the realm. I, Deyi Holy Land, have finally left the quasi-emperor realm again. Zhou Yang and others then appeared, with unconcealable excitement and ecstasy in their expressions. Before Qin Hao even set foot in the quasi-emperor realm, he had beheaded 2 quasi-emperor giants in a row. Now he has officially been promoted to the quasi-emperor realm. The combat power will definitely become more terrifying and unfathomable. Even if the Holy Land cannot be reached, it will be so glorious and prosperous when Holy Lord Dao Yi and others sit there. But from now on, Dao will once again become the top overlord in the eastern wasteland. The terrifying vision that appeared in a holy land naturally attracted the attention of the eastern wasteland forces immediately. In an instant, countless powerful giants gathered to find out what was going on. Soon, shocking news swept through like a hurricane. In Deyi Holy Land, someone has achieved the quasi-emperor Dao fruit. As for who that person is, there is no need to say more. As soon as this news came out, many big forces that were originally undercurrents couldn't help but fall silent. They are still exploring Deyi Holy Land. He was still discussing countermeasures with the alliance forces, but he didn't expect that in just a few days, Qin Hao had already entered the quasi-emperor realm. When did it become so easy to break through the quasi-emperor realm? In the immortal ancient forbidden land. Qin Hao has indeed reached the quasi-emperor level at this time. A series of supreme laws, containing the aura of immortality, surrounded Qin Hao. The purple mark between his eyebrows has become completely clear. There is a mysterious and extraordinary aura of Taoism gathering and brewing in the purple mark. Although he was successfully promoted to quasi-emperor, Qin Hao did not end his training. The scattered purple light continued to merge into his body. This caused his limbs, bones, internal organs, flesh and blood meridians to undergo huge transformations. This is Pangu's immortal body, which is absorbing those Hongmeng purple lights and constantly getting stronger. Qin Hao's cultivation level also increased at an alarming rate because of those Hongmeng purple lights. That is the transformation of law and divine power, a double increase. Early stage of the first level of quasi-emperor realm. Mid-level first level of Quasi-Emperor realm. Late stage of the first level of Quasi-Emperor realm. Early stage of the second level of Quasi-Emperor realm. The middle stage of the second level of Quasi-Emperor realm. Late second level of Quasi-Emperor realm. In the end, Qin Hao's cultivation reached the third level of Quasi-Emperor realm. Just after being promoted, he made breakthroughs one after another, rising to several realms in a row. This is enough to show how powerful the mysterious purple light is. It was only then that the purple mark between Qin Hao's eyebrows gradually dimmed and finally disappeared. But in Qin Hao's immortal platform, the purple mark was hanging in the air. The nine-color fairy light of the nine-story fairy tower and the chaotic fairy light of Pangu's immortal body are integrated in an orderly manner. This caused the dim purple mark to gradually glow with a bright light. But this time, the purple mark did not appear between Qin Hao's eyebrows. Qin Hao could sense that the purple mark was accumulating Hongmeng purple energy. Come to think of it, when he breaks through the next time, he will appear again to help. Huh. At this moment, Qin Hao noticed that his flesh, bones, internal organs, were all glowing with wisps of purple light. It looked like Pangu's immortal body had undergone some kind of change. His expression was moving. In the meantime, Qin Hao's mind immediately entered the nine-story fairy tower. Host, Qin Hao. Cultivation, Quasi-Emperor Realm 3rd Heaven. Hongmeng Qi Luck Dao Foundation, Hongmeng Qi Luck Law. Skill, 9 Transformations Xiangong. Second level, Daqin Realm, Condensed Hongmeng Qi Luck Seal. Physique, Pangu's immortal body. Second level, Daqin Realm, Blessed by Hongmeng Luck. Supernatural powers, 6 Paths of Reincarnation Fist, Kunpeng Treasure Technique, Immortal Tribulation Sword Technique, 9 Ancient Secrets Incomplete. Luck value, 13 million. The stronger the foundation of Dei Holy Land, the longer the inheritance, the more luck value. Immortal Tower, 9 floors can be opened. Can use luck value to exchange for various fairy tower treasures. Using the 9 revolutions mysterious skill to condense the seal of Hongmeng Qi, will it be blessed by Hongmeng Qi? Looking at the ancient message of immortal light emerging from the fairy tower, Qin Hao finally understood. This also made Qin Hao burst into joy, which was difficult to suppress. The path of luck has always been elusive and cannot be traced. Some people are born into the families of generals and princes, some are born into slaves and maidservants. Some are born with extraordinary talents, and some are destined to be unable to practice. All kinds of things in the world, all spirits and phenomena, are fate and luck. Qin Hao did not expect that 9 in Zhuan Xiangong, the secret technique of building the Dao Foundation, is actually related to the way of luck. And with the blessing of Hongmeng luck, Qin Hao is destined to have extraordinary achievements in the future. After that, Qin Hao got up and left immortal ancient forbidden land. Now that the cultivation base has officially entered the Quasi-Emperor realm, and is still in the 3rd level of the Quasi-Emperor realm, there are some things that can be done. Since the destruction of the Daogu Holy Land, Qin Hao has stopped and has not done anything about Donghuang. Those giants took action. But now, he is not so afraid. Even if there is a Quasi-Emperor who is stationed and oppresses his holy land, he will have to pay the price in blood. As for the target, Qin Hao already knows it in his heart. Taoyi Holy Land. In the temple. Do you want to become your teacher? Looking at Yao Biatian, who had knelt on the ground since he came out of seclusion, Qin Hao's eyes moved slightly. Please accept it from the Holy Sun. Yao Basian begged again. He had already had this idea when he saw Qin Hao kill 2 Quasi-Emperor giants in a row. Now that he saw Qin Hao successfully breaking through and becoming a Quasi-Emperor, this idea became even stronger. In Daoyi during this period in the Holy Land, Yao Biatian also learned a lot of news. For example, Zhou Yang's Daqin Divine King body, Qin Feng Xiu's Taiyan body, Great Sage Luo's Supreme Immortal Technique, and great sage Zhang Taishu's in such a state. Even Xiao Yi, who was born with a stone body, actually successfully embarked on the path of cultivation. And the source of all this is right in front of you. In just 1,000 years, Qin Hao has become a quasi-emperor. Yao Baxian knows it clearly. Although Qin Hao will take action to protect his safety because of the order of Holy Master Dei. But if he cannot become Qin Hao's direct descendant, it will be impossible for him to be cultivated by Qin Hao. After all, he is a descendant of the demon clan. And if he can't get Qin Hao's cultivation, how cultivated, then he wants to return to the Nanling demon clan for revenge, but he doesn't know that he will have to go in the year of the monkey and the moon of the horse. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 36. You are a descendant of the ancient demon emperor. If you worship me as your master, you will be criticized by everyone in the world, and you will even be nailed to the pillar of shame by the Nanling demon clan. Qin Hao spoke calmly, describing the pros and cons. Although Demon Tyrant has now worshipped in the Holy Land, from the perspective of outsiders, it is just a temporary measure to avoid the crisis, which is understandable. But to worship him as a teacher, the meaning is huge. It's completely different. The descendants of the ancient demon emperor actually worship the human race as their master? One can imagine what kind of turmoil there will be in the Nanling demon clan. I'm not afraid. Yao Baxian raised his head, his eyes firm and unwavering. If one day he can kill his enemies with his own hands and avenge the annihilation of his clan, then he doesn't care at all what the people of the world and the Nanling monster clan will think of him. As a descendant of the demon emperor, you are indeed qualified to be my disciple. But you must understand that once you enter my sect, you will be a member of my holy land in life and a ghost in my holy land in death. If in the future, you do something that deceives your master and destroys your ancestors, I will kill you with my own hands. As Qin Hao spoke, an extremely terrifying Hongmeng law came. At this moment, in the center of Daoyi Holy Land, with a radius of hundreds of millions of miles, there was death and heavy silence. It was the supreme pressure of the quasi-emperor realm, enough to make all souls are palpitating. Outside Daoyi Holy Land, many powerful men from the 5 realms who sneaked closer and sensed and explored could not help but change their colors. Sure enough, in Daoyi Holy Land, a quasi-emperor realm giant has been born. But when they were shocked, there were also some. The young great saint showed obvious surprise. Such a boundless quasi-emperor power, no matter how you look at it, it does not look like the quasi-emperor realm that you have just set foot in. At the very least, Patriarch Tianpeng and the evil tiger quasi-emperor are far away. It's not so scary. Could it be that it wasn't the Daoyi saint's son who broke through and became a quasi-emperor? At this time, in the temple. Meet the master. Hearing Qin Hao's stern words, Yao Biatian was not surprised but overjoyed and saluted heavily. Is there damage to the heavenly demon bloodline in your body? After that, Qin Hao looked at Yao Baxian. As early as the day Yao Baxian came to the Holy Land, he could see that Yao Baxian had the blood of the sky demon. But the blood of the sky demon in his body showed obvious damage. Seemed to have been robbed a little. However, the situation was just as Yao Baxian thought. Qin Hao just followed the master's order and protected Yao Baxian. Regarding the bloodline problem in his body, Qin Hao did not take action to solve it. Even though Qin Hao exchanged many physiques, it was impossible for him to just give people physiques casually. When I was sent away from my clan and awakened my bloodline in my ancestral land, a traitor attacked me and robbed me of a lot of my heavenly demon bloodline, causing my origin to be damaged. Yao Biatian nodded, with a ferocious light in his eyes. It is precisely because of this that after awakening the bloodline of the demon, he only reached the realm of great power. You must know that in the past, those who awakened the bloodline of his clan were the ones who directly entered the realm of kings. Realm. Even those with the qualifications to be evil can directly defeat the king and become a saint. That is because the ancient demon emperor used supreme means to seal and inherit it in the blood of future generations. As long as you awaken, you will get the power of the demon emperor's inheritance and reach the sky in one step. The bloodline of the heavenly demon has been damaged to its origin, and it cannot be healed unless there is the blood of the demon emperor. Therefore, you can only give up the heavenly demon bloodline for the time being. Of course, I will give you the heavenly demon body to take your cultivation to a higher level. Qin Hao said, opening his palms. 2 light groups appeared in his hands. One light group was a generation of heaven-defying physique, a heavenly demon body. It is said that the Nanling demon clan, the ancient demon emperor, was like this. Only by practicing the physical constitution can one realize the way of godlessness. The second light group is the ancient scripture of the heavenly demon, which can be used in conjunction with the cultivation of the heavenly demon body and contains various secret techniques. The celestial demon body of our ancestors. Yao Bassian was extremely excited when he heard this. This is the ultimate goal of their clan. Because only those who awaken the blood of the sky demon can transform into the body of the sky demon. Originally, Yao Bassian just wanted to be trained by Qin Hao, but he didn't want to. He had just become a disciple, and he was given such a heaven-defying opportunity. Phew. Phew. As the 2 light groups escaped into Yao Biatian's eyebrows, a vast ancient evil energy swept away from Yao Biatian's body. After that, a supreme demon shadow covering the sky and the sun emerged from behind demon tyrant. That demon shadow, with its feet on the earth, seemed to be able to shatter the 9 netherworlds, and holding the sky in its hands, it seemed to be able to tear apart the avenues of the heavens. At this moment, Zhang Taishu and Luo were alarmed one after another and came to the temple. Ancient demon. This is, the heavenly demon body. Zhang Taishu and the 2 men had extremely vicious eyes. They could see at a glance the supreme demon shadow behind Yao Bassian. Obviously, this was Qin Hao, who was teaching Yao Bassian's physique. Zhang Taishu and great sage Luo looked at it for a while. After that, he dispersed the other people in the Holy Land and retreated quietly. After more than half an hour, the ancient heavenly demon behind Yao Biatian gradually dispersed. Ding, congratulations to the host, the heavenly demon body was born in the Holy Land, and the luck value increased by 50 million. At this time, the ethereal voice of the tower spirit sounded in the fairy tower. 50 million. Qin Hao couldn't help but have a look of surprise in his eyes after hearing this. You must know that his junior brother Zhou Yang's Dacheng Divine King body and his junior sister Qin Fengxiu's Tianyan body only increased by 10 million after being given birth. Such good luck. In fact, even the great sage Luo, who was in the great sage realm, only had an increase of 40 million at that time. Now this demon tyrant has just inherited the celestial demon body and has an increase of 50 million. Luck. Such an increase is comparable to that of his junior uncle when he entered the great sage realm. He really deserves to be a descendant of the ancient demon emperor. After a moment, Qin Hao reacted. It seems that Yao Biatian's previous qualifications were extremely amazing, enough to be proud of his peers. Otherwise, it is impossible to increase such an astonishing luck value just by relying on the body of the demon tyrant. Of course, Yao Biatian, the better the natural aptitude, the happier Qin Hao will naturally be. Not to mention other things, the immortal tower's luck value alone has reached 63 million. If it continues to increase at this rate, it will increase to 1 billion. It's worth it, but it won't take long. Thank you, Master, for your kindness. After regaining consciousness, Yao Biatian, who had stood up, kowtowed heavily again, with tears in his eyes. Qin Hao's move was indeed no less than a blessing to him. With the Tianyao body and Tianyao ancient scriptures, then he has obtained a direct road to the emperor's realm. As a descendant of the demon emperor, demon Basian has deep-seated confidence in the celestial demon body. Master, can the blood of the heavenly demon in my body be left temporarily? After Qin Hao signaled to stand up, Yao Basian asked. It's okay, but your bloodline has been damaged, and it's of no use staying here. If Yao Batian's sky demon bloodline is intact, it can be integrated into the sky demon body. But since the origin is damaged, it is of no use. In the tomb of my ancestor, I left blood essence and blood for future generations. After I get it, I can restore the origin of the blood. When the time comes, I can integrate the blood into the heavenly demon body and fully awaken the potential of the heavenly demon body. This is also the reason why Yao Batian is so confident and can aspire to the imperial realm in the future. If this is the case, then blood can indeed be left behind, but how do you know that there is blood essence left in the emperor's tomb? Qin Hao was slightly surprised when he heard this. Yao Basian's tone was so sure that he felt as if he had seen it with his own eyes. Because I have the key to the tomb of the ancestor emperor. Yao Basian said, a blood-colored ancient key appeared in the immortal platform with fairy sounds resounding between his eyebrows. Ancient demon patterns, containing the eternal laws of the emperor, appeared on the blood-colored ancient key. After Qin Hao gave him the demon body, demon tyrant already trusted Qin Hao from the bottom of his heart. This ancient demon emperor key was his biggest secret, but now he took it out directly. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 37. So, you have been to the demon emperor's ancient tomb. Is this why the demon emperor's ancient tomb was discovered? Qin Hao was still wondering before. Even if the Nanling demon clan discovered the demon emperor's tomb, they would not be able to break the barrier with the blood of the demon emperor's descendants as soon as they came up. But now, he completely understands it must be the Nanling demon clan. They know that demon Basian has entered the emperor's tomb, so they want to capture him. But the Nanling demon clan does not know the existence of the bloody ancient key, so they will directly kill the clan. Otherwise, the Nanling monster clan can completely threaten the genocide and obtain the key to the emperor's tomb. Since the ancient war, all the strong men of our clan have died. It has been tens of thousands of years, and we have not left the quasi-emperor realm. Therefore, the clan elders took the risk and sent me to the emperor's tomb, hoping that I could obtain the inheritance from my ancestors. But who I once thought that the inheritance is not over yet, the emperor's tomb is rippled, and we have no choice but to give up. In Yao Batian's eyes, there was murderous intent, sadness, and even guilt. It can be said that the tragedy of the family being wiped out was caused by him. Are you going to Nanling now? Qin Hao thought for a moment. A lot of time has passed since they spread the news. I heard that many older quasi-emperors and giants have left for Nanling. Although no news has been sent back yet. But thinking about it, it is only a matter of time before we break through the formation and leave. I am planning to advance to the realm of kings, but without the key to the emperor's tomb, even if they send out the emperor's soldiers, they will not be able to break into the emperor's tomb. Yao Basian is not worried about this. Unless there is an ancient emperor or a peerless supreme being born. Otherwise, outsiders will not even think of opening the emperor's tomb of his ancestor. The reason why he told Qin Hao the news was just I don't want Qin Hao to know about it later, and there will be a gap in his heart. I understand, you go and practice. Qin Hao smiled. He could naturally hear Yao Batian's intention. But he didn't pay much attention to the inheritance of the demon emperor tomb. Of course, although he was not very interested, the demon emperor tomb he will also get involved in the matter. He doesn't need it, but it should be of great benefit to Yao Basian. The higher the strength of Yao Basian, the stronger the Holy Land's foundation will be, and the more luck it will naturally have. During his retreat to attack the quasi-emperor, the luck of the Holy Land barely increased by nearly 3 million. But after giving the heavenly demon body to demon Basian, it directly increased by 50 million. It can be seen from this that Yao Basian the potential is so amazing. After arranging the demon overlord, Qin Hao called people to inquire about the intelligence of Dong Huang and Dian Holy Land. Yes, Qin Hao's target this time is exactly Dong Huang and Dian Holy Land. Since after his master and others disappeared, the most rampant activities in the eastern wasteland were the Daogu Holy Land and the Dian Holy Land. The former took the opportunity to rely on the War Sky Divine Court and the Chunyang Divine Sect to continuously plunder the secret realm resources of the Holy Land. The latter sent out powerful those who constantly besieged the powerful ones in the Holy Land, even the Great Holy Land, were ambushed and killed. Naturally, the Dian Holy Land was an important target for Qin Hao to liquidate. The reason why Qin Hao did not touch the Dian Holy Land before was because of the Dian Holy Land. There are quasi-emperor giants sitting in Yan Holy Land. Although Qin Hao had already had the fighting power to fight in the quasi-emperor realm, he did not act rashly. But now that he has entered the ranks of quasi-emperors, he no longer needs to be afraid. Listening after receiving Qin Hao's order, Chen Shanyu and several other elders in the powerful realm were all shocked. However, they did not dare to hesitate at all and immediately went to prepare for Qin Hao's order. Qin Hao's figure flashed and came to Death Row Forest. In that ancient forest, he saw Yi, covered in blood, fighting with 3 ferocious wolves. The killing experience in the past few days made the originally timid Yi a little more murderous. Then with clear eyes, his expression became more determined. Even though his body was scarred, he did not waver in the slightest. Qin Hao nodded slightly. It seems that it should not be a problem for Yi to pass the test of the Death Row Forest. And with such a perseverance, the future will be bright. Achievements are highly expected. Ding, congratulations to the host, the ultimate emperor soldier was born in the Holy Land, and the luck value increased by 200 million. Just as Qin Hao was leaving quietly, the ethereal voice of the immortal tower sounded again. At this moment, the luck value increased from 63 million to 263 million. White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword, have you finally surrendered? Qin Hao's eyes flashed with joy, understanding the arrival of such astonishing luck. As Qin Hao's mind moved, an ancient Zhengjin sword with a killing spirit appeared in his hand. In the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword, the White Tiger, all the Dao seals left by the evil emperor have been resolved. However, the imperial power of the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword has not been weakened. Because in the 9-story immortal tower, there is a mysterious fairy pattern imprint that has replaced the White Tiger Evil Emperors. Dao marks. Faintly, the killing of the White Tiger Zhengjin Evil Sword was even more fierce. After that, Qin Hao returned to the temple. At this time, in the temple, Zhang Taishu, Luo Great Sage, Qin Fengxiu, the 3 of them gathered together. Obviously, the 3 of them had already learned the news. As for Zhou Yang, he was in seclusion to attack the Holy Realm, so he probably didn't know about it. Senior brother, are we going to take action against Dian Holy Land now? After seeing Qin Hao's arrival, Qin Fengxiu asked quickly, with murderous intent emerging in his eyes. In the past few decades, Dian Holy Land has been one of the most ferocious forces that persecuted their Holy Land. In the past, there were no quasi-emperor giants, there is no way to attack the Dian Holy Land, no matter how strong the murderous intention is, it is useless. But now, judging from Qin Hao's intention, it seems that he is finally going to take action against the Dian Holy Land. Zhang Taishu also has bright eyes. The quasi-emperor giant of the Dian Holy Land, it is only the 3rd level of the quasi-emperor realm. When the great sage Qin Hao was at his peak, he could defeat Tianpeng Patriarch and the evil tiger quasi-emperor with his bare hands. Now that he has set foot in the quasi-emperor realm, it will naturally not be anything to deal with the Dian Holy Land. Difficult matter. Among the forces in the eastern wasteland, there are only 2 forces that need to be completely eliminated. Now that the Daogu Holy Land has been destroyed, there is no need to leave the Dian Holy Land. Qin Hao nodded slightly. After destroying the Dian Holy Land and pacifying the Eastern Barren pattern, it would be time to look at the forces in the 5 regions. He once said that any force that attacked his Holy Land would be liquidated by him. During this period, because the Holy Sun killed the 2 quasi-emperors of the Demon Clan, all the major forces were taking action. I heard that Dian Holy Land also joined forces with the forces of Nanling and Northern Territory, and a quasi-emperor was born. Son, when it comes to attacking Dian Holy Land, should we wait until we find out the details before taking action? Great Sage Liwo, Chen Shanyu, and others have been paying attention to the movements of external forces during this period. During this period, the bloodshed between the 2 quasi-emperors caused huge shocks and undercurrents in the 5 domains. In the past 2 days, the Holy Sun broke through the quasi-emperor caused a strange phenomenon in the sky, which caused the forces in the 5 regions to surge. It can be said that the eyes of the entire 5 regions have now fallen on their Holy Land. Once they go to attack the Dian Holy Land, then maybe, will lead to monstrous murderous intent. When we find out their details, it means that they are almost ready. When the time comes, it will not be us attacking them, but them coming. Qin Hao knows very well that there are countless forces that do not want his Holy Land to rise again. It is impossible to deter the forces of the 5 domains by just killing the Tianpeng Patriarch and the evil Tiger Quasi-Emperor. If he continues to wait, there will definitely be a formidable enemy. Come. Therefore, Qin Hao is ready to attack with thunder when those forces are still testing their weakness. First destroy the Dian Holy Land and calm down the pattern of the Eastern Wilderness. When he kills another Quasi-Emperor, by then, nothing else will be involved. If the deep powerful forces want to take action against their Holy Land, they have to weigh the consequences. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 38. Seeing that Qin Hao had made a decision, Great Sage Liwo and others said no more. They knew that once Qin Hao made a decision, he would not change it easily. Furthermore, what Qin Hao said does not make sense. If it weren't for the fact that they had protected the Demon Emperor Queen Human Demon Overlord, they had provoked the entire Nanling Demon Clan. Then I am afraid that when the Daogu Holy Land is destroyed, the giant forces in the 5 regions will take action. Of course, it was precisely because they wanted to kill someone with a borrowed sword that the 2 quasi-emperors of the Nanling Demon Clan became scapegoats. This was also the reason why the top powerful forces were able to know Qin Hao's combat power and avoid disaster. Otherwise, it would not be the Nanling Demon Clan who is feeling the pain of the Quasi-Emperor's bloodshed now. Now that Qin Hao has set foot in the Quasi-Emperor realm, those giant forces may personally take action. Uncle Master, I give you this Ji-Dao Emperor armament. Qin Hao said, with a thought. The white tiger Gengjin evil sword appeared in front of Zhang Taishu. Zhang Taishu followed the path of Tiangang. To a certain extent, it was in line with the white tiger Geng gold evil sword. Gengjin kills. This Ji-Dao Emperor weapon has been refined. Zhang Taishu took over the white tiger Gengjin evil sword, with uncontrollable excitement in his eyes. The ultimate Emperor's weapon. The combat power of the ancient emperor was derived. Even when his senior brother was alive, with his strength, it was impossible to get one Ji-Dao emperor soldier. Great Sage Liwo, Qin Fengxiu and others were also shocked. They also knew that Qin Hao suppressed the white tiger Gengjin evil sword before. But they did not expect that in just a few days, Qin Hao he actually refined the white tiger Gengjin evil sword. A supreme emperor weapon, in Qin Hao's hands, turned out to be like an ordinary weapon. No wonder Qin Hao could be so relaxed before and gave each of them a peerless holy weapon. This time, except for the young master uncle and the great sage Liwo, no one else should go. After that, Qin Hao stood up, waved his sleeves and opened the void door, and said to Qin Fengxiu and others, Senior brother, I won't hold you back. Qin Fengxiu heard this and said quickly. Those elders of the powerful realm are indeed of no use. But she has made rapid progress in the past few days and is about to reach the 5th level of the King realm. Coupled with the body of Taiyan and the 9 secrets of the Supreme, even if he is a saint, he is enough to fight. If you really want to help, just practice well in the Holy Land and enter the Saint realm as soon as possible. Qin Hao ignored it. This situation is different from the destruction of the Daogu Holy Land, and it is also different from the battle between the 2 quasi-emperors of the Demon Clan. In fact, even Zhang Taishu and Liwo Great Sage may not be able to help. Not to mention, Qin Fengxiu, who is only in the realm of kings. After saying this, Qin Hao stepped into the void domain gate. Zhang Taishu and Liwo Great Sage, with solemn expressions, followed closely. After a short period of darkness, they crossed in the endless realm. I came to a glorious and mysterious Taoist palace. This mysterious Taoist palace is suspended in the air. There are 95 in total, showing the appearance of the 95. This place is the Eastern Wasteland, the real top power. 1 Dian Holy Land. When Qin Hao and the other 3 were teleported, a quasi-emperor aura rose into the sky in Dian Holy Land. Obviously, the quasi-emperor in Dian Holy Land had sensed them. The next moment, a figure appeared flash. A tall and strong middle-aged man wearing Taoist robes appeared in mid-air. Dian quasi-emperor. When Zhang Taishu saw the middle-aged man, a biting coldness immediately emerged in his eyes. The killing intent was so strong that he almost wanted to solidify it. Even when he mentioned the Daogu Holy Land that had ambushed him on the way, he didn't even think about it. So excited. This is because after his senior brother and others disappeared, several great saints in his holy land died tragically at the hands of the Dian quasi-emperor. That's right. A giant quasi-emperor actually personally took action and massacred the great saints. You must know that unless the 2 major forces engage in a real life and death attack, the giants of the imperial realm cannot attack the holy realm without any reason. This has been the rule of the Eastern Wasteland for tens of thousands of years. But the quasi-emperor of Dian directly ignored it. This rule has caused the great saint realm of Daoyi Holy Land to fall. Otherwise, Daoyi Holy Land would not have fallen to this point in just a few decades. Unable to perceive the specific cultivation level. As for Zhang Taishu's murderous intention, the quasi-emperor Dian didn't care at all, and just looked Qin Hao up and down. But Qin Hao was filled with a mysterious power, which interfered with his perception. In addition to knowing that Qin Hao had already stepping outside the quasi-emperor territory, the quasi-emperor Dian could not judge Qin Hao's cultivation level. This made the quasi-emperor Dian have a trace of surprise in his eyes. Qin Hao had just advanced to the quasi-emperor level. It was impossible for him to be unable to perceive the depth. Unless, Qin Hao is his cultivation level already above his? This reminded him of the news he had just received. I heard that previously, there was a vast and boundless quasi-emperor power emanating from Daoyi Holy Land. That kind of pressure was so strong, far above the evil tiger quasi-emperor of the Nanling monster clan, the 3rd level of quasi-emperor. There have been rumors from the outside world that the quasi-emperor who appeared in Daoyi Holy Land is not Daoyi Saint's son. But now, Daoyi Saint's son, the supreme principle, has truly reached the quasi-emperor realm. Is there other quasi-emperor giants hidden in Daoyi Holy Land? Or is Qin Hao's cultivation really stronger than his? Seeing that you look so confident, it seems that you have found a lot of helpers. Qin Hao glanced at the imperial formation in Dian Holy Land and said calmly, "Call the people out." With the power of this imperial formation, it is impossible to block his attack. The indifference of the quasi-emperor of Dian obviously means he has another trump card. That's as you wish. The quasi-emperor of Dian didn't waste any time. With a wave of his Taoist robe, there were supreme laws, sweeping across the void like waves. After that, the void of heaven and earth changed, and ancient and mysterious Dao marks emerged. Those Dao marks were intertwined like spider webs. Horizontal, it faintly transformed into a Bagua killing formation. In the Bagua killing formation, figures appeared in all 8 directions. Pure Yang God sect. Sure enough, they joined forces with Dayan Holy Land. Those figures who emerged and controlled the Bagua killing formation all had the marks of the Chunyang God sect on their bodies. Obviously, after the death of 5 powerful saints in the ancient Holy Land, this behemoth in the Northern Territory finally couldn't bear it. Attacked again. 2 quasi-emperors, plus Dayan quasi-emperor, there are 3 quasi-emperors. Zhang Taishu and the great sage Liwo also sensed the cultivation of those people in an instant. 2 giant quasi-emperors and 6 powerful great saints. The Chunyang divine sect really spent a lot of money this time. I heard that there are only 3 quasi-emperor giants in total in the divine religion. In order to deal with them this time, 2 of them were actually dispatched. Such tremendous combat power is enough to completely subvert an immortal holy land. Quasi-emperor Jinglei, quasi-emperor Xianyuan. Qin Hao's eyes were also looking at the 2 quasi-emperors. Those 2 quasi-emperors were both older quasi-emperors who had been famous for thousands of years, and Qin Hao naturally recognized them. The thunderous quasi-emperor, with the way of thunder, set foot on the quasi-emperor. The emperor level is famous for its destructive attacks. It is said that it reached the middle stage of quasi-emperor realm 4,000 years ago. Thinking about it now, it is even more terrifying. Xianyuan quasi-emperor should have only set foot in it 2,000 years ago. Quasi-emperor level. In terms of cultivation, Xianyuan quasi-emperor is far inferior to Jinglei quasi-emperor. But judging from the supreme laws emanating from his body, he is estimated to be no weaker than Dayan quasi-emperor. In other words, Xianyuan quasi-emperor's cultivation level, it should also have reached the 3rd level of quasi-emperor realm. 2 of them are at the 3rd level of quasi-emperor realm, and 1 is at the 4th level of quasi-emperor realm. They are even stronger. Such a lineup is really amazing. It seems that the Nanling monster clan, the death of 2 quasi-emperors, it completely made them take it seriously. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, after thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 39. When the 2 quasi-emperor giants appeared in Chunyang divine sect, Qin Hao waved his robe. Zhang Taishu and the great sage Liwo were immediately swept away from the Bagua killing formation and disappeared. Quasi-emperor Dayan, quasi-emperor Jinglei, and quasi-emperor Xianyuan didn't care about Qin Hao's actions. Their target is only Qin Hao. As for Zhang Taishu and the other 2 people in the great sage realm, they were completely out of their sight. Regardless of where the Daiguan battlefield is, the news that Holy Lord Daoyi is still alive is true or false. Today, none of them will let Qin Hao leave. Qin Hao must die. That Dayi Saint's son really took action against Dayan Holy Land. It's a pity that Dayan Holy Land has been prepared for a long time and has already joined forces with Chunyang divine sect. I heard that the Thunder quasi-emperor of the Chunyang divine sect has reached the 6th level of the quasi-emperor realm. No way. Doesn't that mean that Jinglei quasi-emperor is about to enter the late stage of quasi-emperor realm? It is indeed a giant force in the Northern Territory, and its background is really scary. 3 quasi-emperor giants have set up an ancient killing formation, and are assisted by the Ji-Dao emperor soldiers. Today's battle. Even if Saint Sun Dayi sets foot in the quasi-emperor realm, he may still find it difficult to fight against such a terrifying formation. At this time, the monstrous movements in Dayan Holy Land have been sensed by the giants of Donghuang, and they all appeared. The forces from the 5 regions that had gathered in Donghuang earlier to find out the reality of Dayi Holy Land also gathered immediately. When they saw the Big Wenyan Holy Land and Chunyang Divine Sect joined forces with the three quasi-emperors, even those quasi-emperor giants showed shock. To be honest, with such a formation, let alone those who had just entered the realm of quasi-emperors. Even those older giants who have entered the late stage of quasi-emperors will probably find it even more difficult. Although Qin Hao had killed the Nanling demon tribe and Tianpeng patriarch and two other quasi-emperors before, the current situation is the same as that. At that time, it was completely unstoppable. The two quasi-emperors in Nanling obviously underestimated Qin Hao, and were killed by Qin Hao one by one. But the three giants in front of them would not make such mistakes. At this time, over Dian Holy Land. Kill. With the supreme law surging like a river, the Bagua killing formation immediately burst into riot. This formation is called the Bagua killing formation. Rumor has it that in ancient times, an extremely ancient giant understood the method of Bagua, create it. Once this formation is created, it can destroy the Supreme Being and kill the gods. Obviously, after learning that Qin Hao has the Immortals One Sword formation that is said to be able to kill immortals, Dian Holy Land and Chunyang God Sect tried their best to set up this Dao ancient killing formation came to fight. Immediately, in the Bagua killing god formation, endless Dao marks flew into the sky, evolving into billions of divine lights. Each divine light contained an extremely terrifying killing aura, enough to make the target emperor's heart palpitations. The Quasi-Emperor's 9th level, the peak Quasi-Emperor's killing rules. Qin Hao raised his eyebrows slightly. In the 8 trigrams killing formation, in addition to the supreme laws of Jinglei Quasi-Emperor and the other three, there is also an extremely terrifying killing law. There is no doubt that it is the power of the law of the peak Quasi-Emperor. Qin Hao had clearly sensed it from his master in the past. It seems that in this Bagua killing god formation, there is also the murderous intention of the immortal god lord of Chunyang God Sect. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The next moment, those billions of divine lights vertically and horizontally in the void immediately returned to their nests like 10,000 swords, slashing out at extremely fast speeds. The target was Qin Hao, who was in the killing formation. This scene made 5 countless powerful people in the domain felt horrified. In their perception, there was no gap at all among the billions of divine lights coming from all directions. Qin Hao was in a situation where he was destined to be killed. Break. But Qin Hao still didn't have any trouble about this. He just punched him hard. On his fists, mysterious patterns appeared one after another, faintly exuding the breath of 6 reincarnations. As his fists were waved, there were 6 mysterious the ancient world emerged around Qin Hao. Between the ups and downs of the 6 ancient worlds, they actually faintly transformed into a 6-path reincarnation world. All the destructive divine lights that came to attack were shattered by that reincarnation world. It was the ancient world. Kung Fu, the 6 paths of reincarnation heavenly Kung Fu, combined with the 6 paths of reincarnation fist, can create endless murderous intent. This is why Qin Hao is not afraid of the 8 trigrams killing god formation at all. Unless the Quasi-Emperor of the peak comes in person. Otherwise, relying on its seal alone, the formation of the law of killing can't do anything to him. So strong. Seeing Qin Hao easily, he waved his fist to evolve the 6 paths, shattering the murderous intent in the sky. Whether it was the strong men of the Dian Holy Land or the giants of the 5 domains who gathered, they were all shocked. Compared to the Nanling demon in the previous days. In the battle between the clans, Qin Hao is now transformed from his bones. Such changes are a complete sublimation from the inside out. Sure enough, after truly stepping into the Quasi-Emperor level, Qin Hao has become more terrifying and difficult to deal with it. No wonder Chunyang Divine Sect and Dian Holy Land would attack Qin Hao with such an amazing formation. Kill. Seeing the killing attack of the Bagua killing god formation, which was shattered by Qin Hao, Quasi-Emperor Jinglei, Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan, and Quasi-Emperor Dian all had their eyes narrowed slightly, and then their expressions became gloomy and ferocious. They are all the supreme law. Boiling, sacrificing the supreme emperor's weapons, murderous intent burst out into the sky. Thunder Quasi-Emperor's whole body was transformed by violent thunder, as if he were the incarnation of the ancient god of thunder. In his hand, he held a huge divine hammer, and ancient thunder patterns emerged one after another, saying the secret of the thunder way. Quasi-Emperor Xuanyuan's whole body bloomed with white light, and a pure white animal bone was suspended above his head. On top of that animal bone, there were countless resentful spirits densely imprinted on it, exuding a chilling chill. Yan Quasi-Emperor's Taoist robes were stirring, holding a simple stone mirror. The stone mirror was covered with traces of the great emperor's Dao, and a mysterious light loomed, seemingly shining through the past and future. Boom! 3 giant Quasi-Emperors sacrificed 3 pieces of the supreme Dao Emperor's weapons. Such a monstrous destruction and killing can really be said to be the destruction of the world. Moreover, the Bagua killing god formation also exploded again at this moment, with endless divine light raging. Click, click. The two sides still, before there was a real collision, a series of shattering sounds were heard one after another. But with them as the center, the sky was shattered inch by inch, making it difficult to withstand the horrific killings. Xuxian sword formation, come out. With a thought in Qin Hao's mind, 4 killing swords with bloody light immediately emerged and formed a circle. After that, double pupils appeared in Qin Hao's eyes, and endless symbols emerged, containing mysterious power. As the double pupils opened and closed, the changes in the killings of the 3 Quasi-Emperors Jinglei were clearly seen by Qin Hao. All the Ji-Dao Emperor's weapons of the 3 of them also fell into Qin Hao's eyes. Except for the Dian Emperor's mirror, which was refined by the great emperor of the human race, except for the Ji-Dao imperial weapons made by the emperor. The thunder hammer of the Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan, and the yin bones of 10,000 souls of the Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan, are not human imperial weapons. This also proves more and more that the Chunyang divine sect is the same as the Teiku Wanshan. There are rumors of collusion between the clans. Ban. When the 4 swords of Xuxian, together with the ancient Dao diagram, formed the Xuxian sword formation, a beam of white light came through the sky. It was the Quasi-Emperor of Dian who transformed his hands into seals and drove the infinite supreme law into the Emperor of Dian's mirror. In the imperial realm, the Dao marks become clearer and clearer, and the flickering light becomes brighter and brighter, condensing dazzling white light. Emperor Tianyan's heaven sealing technique. Some ancient giants exclaimed. The white light that shot out of the sky in Emperor Dian's mirror was the real power of the emperor. In the past, Emperor Tianyan used this magical technique to ban several ancient gods of all races with his wave of hands. Supreme. The power of the seal has insight into the true rules of heaven and earth, and can turn heaven and earth for one's own use. With the advent of the heaven sealing technique, the immortal killing sword formation is like falling into a mud swamp, slowing down. Even the heavenly lord in the mythical age, even the imperial weapon, has difficulty breaking free from the seal. It can be seen how powerful the white light is. Fantasy. After thousands of years of seclusion, I became a saint. Author, love to eat chicken legs. Chapter 40. Divine thunder punishes the world. The thunderous Quasi-Emperor, who was surrounded by thunder and was like the thunder emperor coming to the world, immediately seized this opportunity. I saw him roaring like thunder, waving the heavenly thunder god hammer in his hand, and carrying the 10,000 world-destroying divine thunder, he fiercely hit Qin Hao. As the thunder god's hammer passed by, large areas of the sky collapsed, and violent and deep chaotic black holes emerged. This move of the Jinglei Quasi-Emperor can be said to be extremely fatal. When the Xuxian formation was imprisoned, Qin Hao, even if there were still Ji-Dao imperial arms on him, he had no time to sacrifice them. At this moment, Qin Hao could only resist the world-destroying attack of the thunder god hammer with his bare hands. A giant in the middle stage of the quasi-emperor realm sacrificed the Jideo imperial arms. The attack, even for beings of the same realm, is unbearable. Not to mention Qin Hao, who has just stepped into the quasi-emperor realm. Even if Qin Hao has a life-saving trump card, he will definitely fall into crisis. And do you know that the quasi-emperor Xian Yuan already controls the yin bones of 10,000 souls and is watching with eager eyes? Once Qin Hao shows the slightest flaw, he will have to bear his fatal attack. You're a little weak when you play Thunder Road in front of me. Qin Hao hunted in white, with long hair flying. Even though he was surrounded by 3 quasi-emperors, he didn't show any fear. Thunder is destroyed. I saw Qin Hao's right hand facing the sky, and a mysterious thunder seal appeared in the palm, exuding the breath of the vast years. Almost instantly, a purple thunder light soared into the sky, even the black hole in the sky was shattered. Faintly, in the purple thunder light, a majestic human figure appeared, with his hands behind his back, looking down at the 9 heavens and 10 earth, dominating the world. It was one of the 10 ancient evils, the Thunder Emperor's magic. There was a loud click. It was like the explosion of Thor's hammer that day during the world-destroying thunder bombing. All the divine thunders of destruction were shattered by the purple thunder. How could the 10 evils of the ancient times exist? They were creatures that were born earlier than the ancient times of the immortals. Once they show their evil ways, even the immortal king would find it difficult to contend with them. Even the heavenly thunder divine hammer is the supreme emperor weapon created by the ancient supreme beings from all races in the ancient times. However, it is impossible to fight against the thunder emperor's treasure in a duel with the thunder path. Of course, this is also because Qin Hao's cultivation has reached the quasi-emperor level. The reason? Otherwise, with the supreme cultivation level of the great sage, it would be difficult for him to crush the emperor's soldiers with just the thunder emperor's magic. How come? Feeling the destructive impact that Mjolnir suffered that day, Jinglei quasi-emperor's pupils shrank sharply. On his ferocious and gloomy face, there was an unbelievable horror that could not be suppressed. He was shattered by the law of killing technique alone. The emperor's soldiers are attacking? What kind of supreme secret method does this holy sun master? Could it be a true immortal method? At this time, Qin Hao, surrounded by chaotic fairy light, stepped on the purple thunder and soared into the sky. A flash of thunder flash, Qin Hao has appeared in front of the quasi-emperor Jinglei. In addition to the thunder emperor's treasure technique, there are also Xing's secret and Kunpeng treasure technique amplification at such extreme speed. This is exactly the case, even if he has reached the 6th level of the quasi-emperor realm. The thunder quasi-emperor failed to capture Qin Hao's true form in time. Of course, as an old monster that has lived for thousands of years, the thunder quasi-emperor is naturally a man who has experienced hundreds of battles. Almost Qin Hao, who transformed into thunder in an instant, the thunder quasi-emperor noticed it and immediately retreated at a high speed. At the same time, the thunder quasi-emperor grasped the thunder god hammer with both hands and swung it in front of him. The endless destructive lightning exploded with the killing blow of the ancient supreme. It was like a sea of thunder had evolved. Crack. But unfortunately, such hasty killings could not stop Qin Hao at all. The purple thunder light, like a supreme fairy sword piercing the air, directly tore apart the sea of thunder. The next moment, Qin Hao he has already passed through the broken thunder ocean and attacked with a strong force. Die. But he didn't expect that at this critical moment, Quasi-Emperor Xian Yuan sacrificed the 10,000 souls yin bone and attacked Qin Hao silently. The 10,000 souls yin bone was the possession of a generation of supreme beings from all races who were famous in the Xian Huang 5 regions in ancient times. Refining. Rumor has it that the body of the supreme being of all races is a piece of yin bone. After attaining enlightenment, the supreme being used his yin bone to seal the souls of thousands of powerful men and refined it into the ancient emperor's arms. The origin of the soul yin bone. Using one's own emperor's body to forge an imperial weapon, even in the history of Xianhuang, among all the ferocious imperial weapons, the soul yin bone has a prominent reputation. Boom! A sneer appeared at the corner of Qin Hao's mouth. Like Guangyi in the blink of an eye, Qin Hao abandoned the Thunder Quasi-Emperor without any warning and punched the 10,000 soul yin bones. Court death. Seeing Qin Hao dare to attack the Wanhun yin bone with his bare hands, Xuanyuan's Quasi-Emperor showed a ferocious smile on his face. Why does the Wanhun yin bone have such a prominent and fierce reputation among the Ji-Dao Emperor's soldiers? It is precisely because of the collision those who touch the yin bone of 10,000 souls will be directly devoured by 3 souls and 7 souls. Even Quasi-Emperor giants are unable to resist the supreme power that penetrates directly into the soul. The thundering Quasi-Emperor who retreats at a rapid speed, and the imprisoning Xuxian formation the Quasi-Emperor of Dian also showed joy. I originally thought that it would take a lot of means to suppress Qin Hao. Now it seems that this battle can be over. With the death of Qin Hao, it has ended. Countless giants of the 5 domains, also moved, looking intently. It seems that Qin Hao is still too young to know the ferocity of those ancient imperial soldiers. Broken. At this time, Qin Hao, who had not changed his attack at all, had already punched the yin bone of 10,000 souls with a fierce punch. On Qin Hao's fist, chaotic immortal patterns appeared one after another, and there was a faint hongmeng. Light emerged. In addition, there was the Supreme Avenue. Driven by this punch, the world collided at this moment. Bang! Then, there was a loud sound like swords clashing, spreading far away. The void turbulence swept across, while the dark and chaotic black hole in the sky was shaking. The 10,000 souls yin bone, which was refined with the supreme body of 10,000 races, was directly punched and flew out. It can be clearly seen. On the 10,000 souls yin bone, flickering lights, the thousands of ferocious souls that were trapped have dimmed their light, and their killing power has been doubled. Obviously, Qin Hao's punch just now caused a lot of damage to the yin bones of the 10,000 souls. The Xianyuan Quan, who used all his strength to sacrifice the yin bones of the 10,000 souls emperor, when his body was violently shaken, a large mouthful of blood spurted out. The injury to Wanhun's yin bone caused Xianyuan Quasi-Emperor to suffer a lot of backlash, and his breath was confused. This is impossible. Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan raised his head in shock, with disbelief on his pale face as he looked at Qin Hao. Among all the ancient tribes, there were notorious emperor-killing soldiers, but they were actually knocked away by Qin Hao with his bare hands. Although Qin Hao the right fist was already covered in blood, and even the bones were faintly broken. But other than that, Qin Hao was not injured at all. Qin Hao actually resisted the Wanhun yin bone at the cost of just his right hand. Soul-devouring magical power? How on earth was it achieved? Not only the Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan, but also many ancient giants in the 5 regions, all looked violently and extremely shocked. They had also heard about the 10,000 souls yin bone. There is no reason, just for paying such a small price, you can blast away the bones of thousands of souls. Send you on your way. At this moment, Qin Hao's eyelids raised slightly. In his eyes, there were endless symbols rising and falling, and a mysterious killing was born. Not good. That is the ancient double pupil killing technique. Hide quickly. At this moment, the Thunder Quasi-Emperor, who had a happy face, shouted in horror. Because he felt the piercing cold killing blow from Qin Hao's double pupils. Those were ancient heavy pupils. Once they showed their power, there will be boundless murderous intent. And there is no doubt that Qin Hao's glance at this time is definitely enough to threaten the real Quasi-Emperor giant. Boom! When he made a sound, the thunderous Quasi-Emperor transformed into thunder and broke through the air, wielding the thunder hammer to smash out. He wanted to encircle Wei and rescue Zhao, and use Qin Hao's skills to save the Quasi-Emperor Xianyuan from the killing situation. But who would have thought that Qin Hao would not pay any attention to his killing? In a pair of pupils, there were dense symbols, mysterious, unpredictable, exuding shocking power.